Ladies and gentlemen, I am Usual the Gamer Star Trek Online. It is the 13th of January 2015 and welcome once again to the Tribble Timewarp, where we've got at least 2Q too many. Hopefully that'll just be a random server glitch from this morning's patch. Not entirely sure what caused it, but I'm not sure it's anything to worry about. However, we're going to be getting on with the Romulan arc today, so there are going to be spoilers in this episode if you're that way inclined. You have got about, the usual 5 seconds to turn off and stop watching. Okay, let's get on with it. So, last time we ran into the Empress Sealer, discovered she was planning to attack Vulcan, foiled her plans to attack Vulcan, and discovered that she was using Borg technology in her ships to give them a little bit of an edge, not that it helped. Today, we are getting on with the business of tracking down that Borg tech and finding out where it came from. So, we need the second mission, technically, Desperate Measures. First one, of course, is simply the breadcrumb trail. Incidentally, replay rewards for Empress Sealer are personal weapons, full auto, dual pistols, high density beam rifle. Could be worse, but by the time you're level 50 and gearing up, you'll probably have better anyway. So, on with Desperate Measures. Still no voice work, it should be noted. Right, so, leaders of the Romulan Empire have been blinded by their ambition, etc., etc. During this grammar, blah blah blah. The Herosian, yep, we know that. We found the message last time. And this is a callback to an earlier Romulan mission that involved a very spectacular view of a destroyed cube. Someone had basically taken a bite out of one, for want of a better term. We cannot afford another incident like this, but we're going to have one. So, they have got the sphere in the Pilatus system. We're off there to destroy it. And after it's neutralised, we need a way to track down any Borg tech they may have salvaged from it. So, 4,500 skill points, 5,000 expertise, standard rewards, and your choice of a Mark 11 shield array, be it double regeneration, that's not too shabby, double covariant capacity, that used to be almost the best shield array in the game, unless you went for a triple capacity version, and the standard, slightly more balanced cap reg, both standard and resilient options. So, we are off to the Pilatus system. Interestingly, my mission display is still bugged, but at least I've got it this time, so I can just hit the transwarp. Save a bit of time. And here we are, the Pilatus system. 3 planets, close orbit around the Class B star, small colony, and it lasted less than 6 months. Okay, Corps of Engineers offered to assist the Romulan military, but were politely told to sod off. Beginning Desperate Measures. Ah! First bug, Empress Sealer. It's not, of course, it is Desperate Measures. We have the Borg sphere on sensors. That's a nice reuse of one of the early Klingon assets. Multiple Romulan patrols need to go. And, well, let's go kill them off. Launch the fighters, if I can remember where I put the option. There we are. First wave out. Shan't bother cloaking for this one. Nose down, bring the broadside in. And you all know how this story goes. Second wave of fights. Very interestingly, that icon on the fighters is greyed out for some reason. Not quite sure why. Well, I was going to say we got rid of them all, but we haven't, so let's just roll on. Tractor beam out. What's interesting is that reverse shield polarity still has the old style icon to a large extent. Maybe they just couldn't think of anything better, I'm not sure. Hit them with the radiation hazard and kill it en passant. Okay, so that stopped the researchers by slaughtering them. And then we just gently come out of the turn and we're in position to scan the Borg sphere. Anything worth looting? No, not really. Okay, no sign of Romulan ships, no life signs. Okay, well that's easy enough. Scuttles the sphere! That didn't take very long. What was it made out of? Tissue paper? Okay. Right, so what next? Top priority should be to find any technology they've already salvaged, and okay. Right, so we're going for a tag and trail gambit again. We've done this before, of course, in the Romulan arc, so bit of a reuse, but fair enough. Okay, I thought we just did. Ah, right, so that's a bug. That needs to be tightened up. There's the wrong mission dialogue. Let's just hide behind the asteroid. All stop. Haha, right, incoming cutscene. Okay, switch off the lights. Then we wait for the Romulan ship. Not that it's actually had any effect, it just triggers the countdown. That's nice. What's just come to us here? The IRW Azure. Well, I hope no one's looking out of a window. That's handy. And, okay, scan the asteroid. And then it abruptly takes off. Well, let's see what happens. Bingo! They're off to the Gasco station. And we're going to be following them. Side dialogue there could perhaps be tightened up, but they've only just gone to warp. So chronology of this needs to be looked at a little. Welcome to the Gasco system, where we're apparently coming in with all the subtlety of a well-aimed brick. They've detected us. Yes, they would do. We warped in barely 20 kilometers away. The element of surprise. Some surprise. Okay, right. One. Two. Okay, that's interesting. I've disabled the turrets. Oh, okay, fine. How? I'm assuming that just triggers the first time you get into range. It's not a big deal, and now the turrets are back online without so much as a buy or leave. All that it really matters. Turrets are splashed. Yoink. And there we go. Right, time to beam down and clear out this station. Let's go talk to some Romulans. And by talk, I mean kill stone dead. Okay, gas station is on high alert. Surprise. Normally we attempt to resolve conflicts peacefully. Now you mention it. Okay, acknowledged. Right. Hello, transport officer. You can stop cowering. Honestly, we're only going to hurt you slightly. We've traced the Borg tech, but we tend to destroy it. Haha. Yeah, I'll do what I can help you. Fine. Well, there we go. So, first things first, do a Romulan a favour, because that never ends badly. Oh, hi there. Tribble! Should I know the name from somewhere? I'm going to have to go back and check that, because this looks like a reuse of the standard Romulan station, but now I'm wondering if I'm missing something. I'll have to check that through on Gamepedia later. Come on, fall over. Thank you. And then we'll just shotgun our way through the rest of them. Gasco colonists, Starfleet attacked the station. Yes, we are. Now, come back here. Come back here. Come. Can I have an option to punch the colonist, please? Have a grenade. And needless to say, shoot the medic first. It's only common sense. Then shoot the other medic. Like so. Because that's also in common sense. And you know what? Let's play with the Delta compression rifle for a bit. Right then, head researcher, we need to talk. Gasco Station Course! Yes, we have been here before in the Romulan campaign. I could ask you the same thing. They're all being in the medical lab. Yeah, any Borg tech stages. Yes, so presumably you have a convenient way of dumping it all into the nearest star. Oh, this is a nice callback to... I think it's something like the second or third mission in the Romulan arc. Okay, turbolift to engineering. Hi guys! Yes, there we are. Okay, they've been busy little bees in here, haven't they? Romulan shuttlecraft with Borg modifications. Fascinating. Also, just a little bit creepy. Datan's rebels are on the loose. It's not Datan's people you need to worry about at the moment, sir. It's us. Come on. Okay. And then if memory serves, is the security office through here? Nope, they're still running. Okay, next thing we have to do is clear out this last pack of Romulans and then access the research logs. Fine, let's do a little reading. Right, security forces are gone. Right, now where are their research logs? Come on. Come on, little Romulan. Down there. Right, underneath the shuttlecraft. Better hope that scaffolding holds up. What have they got? Search log 1. They've not moved the sphere. Well, we blew it up, so you don't have that problem anymore. And they feel it's safe to begin dismantling. That's always how it starts. Integrating Borg components upwards of 30%. Yeah. Now show myself in. Incorporating Borg technology into the citizens. Terrific! Okay, well, it's a little late to have second thoughts, guys. We're just going to vaporize this if you don't mind. Was standing that close to it really a good idea? Destroy this. Explosion in the face, ladies and gentlemen. Now then, I believe there's one more bit of Borg research to destroy. There we go. Yes, I will fire a phaser into a highly explosive conduit at point-blank range. Because, let's face it, we can heal anything these days. Okay, next stop is the medical bay. No doubt we'll find that some of those Borg components weren't quite as dormant as anyone thought, and my rifle appears to have vanished. Let's just fix that. There we go. Hello there, we're here to kill you all. And we can start with you. Hey, one Ulan down. Come on, orbital strike. Orbital strike. There we go. And you can go down as well. Right, change plan. Focus fire on the medic. Okay, someone else had the same idea first. Ah! Bloody hell, that was overkill, guys! Come on. Down you go. I keep shooting my own guys. Fine, you know what? I'll just settle for beating you to death instead. Do it the old-fashioned way. And we have some Polar on dual pistols, presumably a gift from the Herosian. Let's just worm our way out of here. Defeat Romulans, easily done. Now we need to unlock cells. Any of you Borged up yet? No. No, doesn't look like it. Fine, you're all safe to let out. Cue the zombie horde. Tequila. Okay. What do you mean? Righty-ho, yeah. Let's get her out of here. And the other two? Rescue subjects. Come on, out you go. Romulan transporter effect. That should, of course, be a Federation transporter, because it's one of our ships beaming them up. Who's next? Okay. Quite easily, I would imagine. Let's pull you two out as well. I'm sure it does. Check transport effect here. Yep, that sounded Romulan in cell 2. Federation in cell 3. Interesting. Right, where next? Contact lead scientist. Hello there. Right, so now what do we do? The brother is safe in aboard ship. That's interesting. And here are the access codes. Excellent. Access to the mainframe and purge the core. Yes, we're ready to beam up. The base is purged, although really we ought to evacuate it and destroy it, but that's by the by. Right, so target the nearest ship. Okay, that's fine. And then, interesting, we can't tell which ship activation we're about to delay, which is a little bit of a problem. Doesn't really matter, however, because we can just frag the Tirava and hope we do it fast enough that she won't activate first, which I think we will. Come on. Boomski. Right, so that's one. Now then. Let's hit the delays on both. And the moment you fire on them... Okay, the moment you fire on the ship, you lose the option to delay its activation, which is interesting. Okay, their shields are up. What do we got? No real difference, as we said. They just pulled a fairly standard Mogai complement of mines and attack patterns. It did not help them. It still went boom. Get off. Okay, which just leaves the Elieth, which appears to have its progress... No, it is making progress very slowly. Okay, delay ship activation. Let's see what this does. Okay, that's interesting. It reversed the progress bar a little. Yoink. Can we pull the progress right the way back to 0? Yes, we can. Might be simpler in some respects just to have this stop progress or reset it completely. Doesn't really matter. The moment you open fire, it starts activating very quickly and it won't stop. In fact, let's just stop firing for a second and test this theory. Yeah, so the progress goes back to its normal slow rate of build-up, but on the other hand, I now don't have the option to delay it. Oh well, let's just vaporize the thing. Chomsky. Right, so to kill her, they need to add her face, and we need to run a little bit of a passenger run. It would be our pleasure to deliver her. We really ought to scuttle Gasco Station. I mean, the place hasn't really had a great time. First it gets taken over by the Tal Shiar, then the Romulans. Rather, the Romulan Republic pay to visit on a recruiting trip, which turns into a firefight. Then the Tal Shiar turn it into a Borg research station, which probably involved a firefight when they put down any dissenters. And then Starfleet turn up and wreck the place in a firefight. I'm guessing property values here are about to go through the floor. However, not my concern. Let's head on to this colony world. Okay, and report to Starfleet. So the colony passenger run just turns into a loose end? 76.7... yes, Vulcans. Okay, so let's pick up the shield array. Now, I want to take a quick look at Shadowplay and just see if it... yes. Turns out that's why it kicks into the next mission. Right, taking Tequila home, that's how that starts. And bingo, we have our plasma weapons back. Excellent! Looks like Shadowplay might be the new Project Nightingale. So, we'll come back to that in another episode, and until then, farewell.